Hi guys, Jamie MacDonald here with another Olympus OM-D E-M1 video. I'm out at a little secret spot I have for birding, and actually they're just flying by me right now. And as the light started to fade, I figured I'd give up on the birding for the evening and do a video for you guys. The topic I'm going to cover tonight is time-lapse built into the OM-D E-M1. Time-lapse was first introduced on the Olympus mirrorless cameras with the Pen EP5, and of course it sees its way into the Olympus OM-D E-M1 with a little boost in the feature set with that. The biggest change is the fact that you now get 999 frames to use to create your time-lapse. And the way it works is pretty simple. I'm going to step you through the menu setup for that, and something that I think is totally cool about the way this works in the cameras is when it's done shooting the time-lapse, let's say we're going to do 250 frames. When you get done shooting those 250 frames, it's going to compile the time-lapse in camera. So you don't have to go back to your house with an SD card full of individual frames and then use like QuickTime or something like that to compile the time-lapse. It's going to do it in your camera. So actually, before you're even done shooting, you can see what your time-lapse is going to look like. So let me switch from looking at me to looking at the display on my OM-D E-M1 here, and I'll show you how to set up the time-lapse functionality. So hold on just one second. Alright, and here we are, you guys. So we're looking at the back of my OM-D E-M1 here, and let's set it up for a time-lapse. I don't think in the perfect spot for a time-lapse. We don't have any clouds to add drama to it. All I've got is some fluttering leaves. But regardless, I can show you how it works. So we'll jump into our menu, and it's going to be in the second setting down. These are what they consider their advanced shooting options. It's not down here in the super control panel. Right down here towards the bottom, time-lapse settings. So we'll jump over to the right. You can turn it on directly from here, but we want to go in and change some of the settings, okay? So here is where the Pen EP5 would have left off at 99 frames. We can change that to 999 here. So for this one though, let's just do 99 frames. Nah, let's do 199. You can set your start waiting time. So we're going to have it wait just a second or two, so that way when I release the shutter, it's not going to have the first frame or so with the camera vibrating because I bumped it. So we'll change it to 3 seconds. We're going to change the interval to 2 seconds. And that's it. So we'll go back. We're set. Ah, my card's full. So let's format the card here. That's funny. There we go. Okay. So we're all set up for a time lapse, you guys. And we're going to shoot. It's going to wait 3 seconds and take the first shot. And it's going to take it again. And you know the drill. And I don't think that I should subject you to waiting here for 200 frames. So I'm going to stop the video for a second and turn it back on when we get close to the end here. Alright, I'm just checking back in with you guys. I'm at 136 frames left of our 199. This could take a minute. I'll just tell you right now though that when you're ready to cancel your time-lapse, like if you get kind of bored with waiting for it, I'm one of those people that has zero patience. If I'm set up to do a time-lapse, I will literally set the camera up and leave. I can't sit here and just listen to the shutter click and click and click. I get tired of it and I end up canceling out. If you want to cancel out early, you just hit the menu button and that will stop the time-lapse from continuing. So again, I'll check back in shortly with you guys when we're a little bit closer to the end. So we're down to about 14 shots left in this time-lapse. And you'll notice in the time-lapse that I made, it's a little hokey. I walked around in front of the camera because, like I said, there isn't a lot going on in this scene that would lend itself to a time-lapse. There are no clouds, no major motion other than, like I said, the rustling of some leaves on this nice autumn evening. And we're down to 6 shots left. I know the anticipation's killing me. I almost want to just hit end right now and just get it done with. I can't stand the waiting. That's why my star trails are very short in rotation. Alright, one shot left, you guys. And you can see that it says it's busy because it's processing our time lapse. Again, big time saver for those who don't want to have to run back home, throw it onto their laptop or their desktop or whatever, you know, and compile it on your computer. It's done right in your camera with the TruePic processor. I guess it goes to show you how much horsepower is inside of a camera nowadays, right? And there we go. Of course my card's full. Why wouldn't it be? So, yes, I know. So anyways, there's the time lapse. You can see me walking through it. It amounts to about a 19-second time lapse. Not very long, again, only a couple hundred frames. I suppose doing this I probably should have put a larger memory card in the camera. But there you have it, folks. Piece of cake. Again, it's as simple as jumping into your menu, going down to the advanced camera settings, going down to time-lapse settings. And this is another thing that I think is kind of cool, actually. When it completes the time-lapse that you've just done, it turns the settings back off. So you get that initial time-lapse done and you head home and you go back out shooting, and the first thing you do is hit your shutter button when you find your subject. You're not going to realize, oh no, I'd left it in time-lapse from the night before. So, kind of cool. Again, we want to get back into time-lapse. We can just turn it on. Here we can adjust our settings. Go back down to the default here. And that's that. Piece of cake. Olympus makes it easy. Again, keep the feature requests coming, you guys. I want to make more of these videos, but I keep getting repeats of the same couple of things, the continuous autofocus tracking and the focus peaking. And I've done the peaking video, and I am really struggling to find a way that I can do video while panning with the camera to track a subject. So if anybody's got any ideas, shoot them my way. I'd be glad to help you guys out with it. And until the next video, you guys, take care and keep shooting.